This is VMware workstation. Just click on it. Open VMware opening. This is our virtual machine. Right click on it, power, then power on. VMware is starting. Our Linux VMware virtual machine is starting. In the meantime, we will take a notepad. This is notepad. Here we can see the node listed. Login here, root, Redhat. This is my password of the root user. Here we can see the VMware window. Just click on open terminal. This is the terminal actually. Resizing the window. Here we take a notepad file. We will follow some steps. Step 00 to see current directory. How to see current directory? pwd. pwd. Here we can see the current directory is root. pwd means present working directory or current working directory. Okay, so this is the current directory check command or present working directory check command. Number 2, to change directory, we need to give change directory cd, then followed by this step. Here we can see cd current directory, any directory name, cd. Here I just use my directory here. So if we go here you can see clear, just cd slash this is the command to change the directory outside of root. Now we check pwd. Here we can see slash means this is the outside of root directory. So the step 1 is completed. Step 2, to display the amount of disk space file available. To display the amount of disk space file available. Just clearing the screen. df minus ks. Here we can see the possible spaces of this machines files. So here we can see the directory. This is the folder. Its size is 60 GB, 10 GB, 95 mega and 781 mega, but used, this is the used column, this is available, this is used percentage, and this is the directory actually. So If I clearing the screen, step 3, to see free space in kilobytes. If you want to see free space in kilobytes, just free. Here we can see mem swap used, free, shared, buffer cache available. If we write here free minus, here we can see the same results. Now the step 4, or step 4 is to see current directory. We already have seen step 00, so I just want to ignore this one. Step 5, to make directory mkdir directory, I just want to create the parent directory and its side directory 2, similarly directory n. So I just want to copy this one, mkdir minus p slash dir 1 slash dir 2 slash dir 3. If I hit on enter key, our directory created successfully. If we want to remove directory, just mkdir directory name. So rmdir, then directory name dir1. Just hit on enter key. Fail to remove dir1 directory not empty. So we must have to give the R actually recursively invalid option R. Try mkdir help for more. Here, if you want to single directory to remove, just we need to use rmdir minus R, then directory name. Not actually R here, just rmdir. If I go command prompt, I just want to clearing the screen. Here, mkdir minus here. I just want to give the test dir. Actually, dir is created. I just want to delete this one. Mkdir test. Here we can see not actually rmdir test or directory removed successfully. But if we have a recursive directory, just click create the recursive directory. We already have created a recursive directory dir1. So if we want to remove them, rm minus f forcefully or recursively dir1. If I hit on enter key, our directory removed successfully. Step 6, to create a file. If you want to create a file, you need to use this command touch file name dot extension. So if I create a directory mkdir, then directory name minus p parent directory slash dir 1 slash dir 2, and here hit on enter key, our directory created successfully. So if I change this directory cd slash dir, here we can see the directory dir1 slash dir2 slash, here we can see the current directory dir2. If we write here pwd, here we can see the directory is dir2. So I just want to clearing the screen here. Now we will create a file in dir2. Just we need to use touch, then file name file.txt, hitting on enter key, our file created successfully. Step 7. Step 7, to display files in serially, just ls. Here we can see the file file1.txt. Step 8, to display file in list, just ll. Here we can see the list of file. This is the file name. This is the created head, owner, user and owner, or group, root, read, write. So this is the file actually. So 9 number step, to show list of file with human readable, just use ls-larth or ll-larth. So this is very useful command, ls-larth. Here we can see the human readable command. This is the file. This is the read write permission actually here in the screen. Step 10, open a file in vi actually. So vi, then file.filename.txt. Here we created a file.txt. Just hit on enter key. Here we can see the file in cmd mode. So if we write here some sentence, just press I actually for insert. Here we can see the insert option. So here we can write some information, some words. This file is created by root user. Okay. If you want to save this file, just click on escape. Here we can see the insert is vanished, disappear. Now shift clone, then X to save and exit this window. If we open this file by using vi again, vi, here we can see the changes uh, in this file. So I just want to close this file, just shift clone, then X. So this is the file modification. If I go here, We already done this 11, 12 and 13 to enable to write in notepad actually. So here we need to give I actually, should only I. If we escape to write in notepad, just esc to save and close file, this one. So we already done 13 steps. Step 14, to see file content in cmd, just cat file name dot extension, cat. Here we can see the content of file. This file is created by root user. Step 15, creating user. To create a new user, add user username, then password name, username. So this is the root user. We can see this is root user. So to create a new user at, here I just want to create a test user actually, test. So just want to set password passwd, then username. Here asking to give new password. Just want to give Redhat, retype password Redhat. Here we can see all authentication token updated successfully. So this is the user creation and password change option. Number 15, number 2, deleting user. User del f are your username. I just want to delete the user that we have created in earlier statement. So user del minus f minus r username test. Here we can see our user deleted successfully. Now we will create this user again. User at username test www test. Here we need to give the password Redhat or password updated successfully. So now follow the step 16, login by cmd su minus username. Su minus username is test. Here we can see the root is changed to test, means our login successful. Step 17, change file owner. To change the file owner, chown username, then group name, file name dot extension. One thing is very remarkable. Here is group name is username, because if we create a user, a group is by default created with the name of that user. So if we change the file owner, I just want to switch this user in su root password Redhat. Okay, I just want to change the directory cd dir1 slash dir2 slash. I just want to see the files ls. Here we can see file.txt. So ls human readable lark. Here we can see this is the file and its owner is root, its group is root, and this first three uh, for user, and then three dot or three minus for group, and the last three for other user. So this file is owned by root user, and the root group can also read that file, but the root user can read and write. So if we change the owner of that file, it will change the user and group also. So I just want to switch the user root to test. So test. Here we can see the test user. So I just want to tearing the screen. Dir cd dir1 dir2. Here we can see the file ls lrt is lord. Here we can see the root user of that file owner. So if we change this owner, ca is own, then username test, then group name also test, then file name file.txt. If we enter on if we press on enter key, here we can see changing ownership of txt operation is not permitted. So we need to change our user again root, because this user is not administrative user. su su root, then password Redhat. Now change directory, say cd slash dir1 slash dir2. Now open this one, just see the file ls lrt is large. Here we can see no such file or directory. ls large. Here we can see the file. So if we change the owner of that file, ca is own join, then test, then file name. If we enter key, our file owner changed successfully. So if we check the ls lart is large, here we can see the file one, its owner is changed to test, and this test user can change write and read and write that file. So in this way we can change the file. So if we switch the user su test and go to cd slash dir1, then vi file, here we can see the file. This line was modified by administrator user. So click on I. This line, is modified by user test. Now save this file. So I just want to go root user, so root, then Redhat. If we go series -dir one vi, here we can see the file in root user. So if we this is the root user, so it not prevent us to change that file. But if we create another user, add add then username test, not actually test, dev test, pass wd dev test, red hat red hat. So if we switch this user, su hyphen dev test user changed, just change the directory cd dir1 / dir1 vi, here the file, but it shows only read only, so this user is not, for me, is not able to change that file. If we press on I, here we can see warning changing a read only file. So this user is not able to change any content of that file because this file is owned by test user. So this is the file ownership in Redhat Linux. Now the step step 18.1, set specific if file permission to a user. Here set facl -m user username read write and execute folder name file name. If you want to apply it recursively to all the subdirectories, here we need to only add -r recursive file actually. Note, set facl is short form of set file acl access control list. So if we want to give the privilege to for a file to a user, specific user also, we need to write here. So first we need to switch this user, write hat. Okay. Now this is the root user, clear. Okay. Now if we want to give the file specific file privilege to a user, set file access control list, then -m u user, then dev test, then bound read write x, read write execution, then file name. Here we need to give the directory dir one slash then file name. If we enter key or file privileges to dev test. So if we switch this user to dev test, so clear the screen, cd dir1, then vi, this line. Here we can see the insert is available for this test dev test user. This line is also modified by dev test user. Okay, file saved successfully. This is the permission calculation table. This is the numeric value. This is symbolic. This is permission. So if we set 0, then its symbol dash 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 or minus minus minus, permission none. If we give 1, then dash hyphen hyphen x means only execute. If we true, then w means write only. If we set 3, then 1 and 2 means w and x, and first one is empty, write and execute. If we set 4, then r hyphen hyphen or minus minus, this means read only. And the last one is 5. 5 means 4 and 1. So 4 is r and 1 is x. So r minus x, read and execute. If we set 6, then 4 and 2 means rw. Here rw, read and write. And finally the 7, rwx, means 4, 2, 1, rwx, read, write and execute. So if we go to our screen, just clearing the screen first. Clean. Okay, fine. Number steps is set, not actually 18 number already done. It will actually 19 change file mode. Here we will change the mode, read write operation, read write and execution operation. No change mode for 100, then file name, then directory. Okay, read write permission 600, 700. So this 400 means only read privilege. If we give 600 means 4 and 2, read and write. If we give 7 means read, write and execute permission. Execute actually. Okay, so let's see the example here. Here in the directory dir2, just we need to check the file privilege, current file privilege. So ls is here we can see the test user privilege, and here plus means this file is also uh, given and privilege to a specific user. Okay, so now we change the mode. ca is mode. If we give 400 means only read privilege. First we need to change the user privilege, user actually. So the actually Redhat cd/dir ls here we can see the file privilege test user. So if we change the mode of the file, c is mode 400, then file name. So this file only for read operation. So ls does, here we can see this file's user test and its permission only read. So if we change the mode, c is mode, then user 600 read and write, then dir1 dir2, then file. If we check ls here we can see read and write privilege for the user. So if we change the mode, c is mode remote, ls c is mode 700 means read, write and execution privilege / dir and check ls here we can see the file.txt user traced and its privilege read, write and execution. The last one is configuring IP. To display current IP configurations, need to give Ifconfi. Let's see. Ifconfi. Here we can see the current IP configuration. Here EN is 33 and init. This is the IP address. So to change our network path, to change the IP configurations, so cd/etc/sys/network escape, hit on enter key. Here ls, here we can see the if cfg ENS33. This is the IP configuration file. Just copy this one and clear the screen. We will open this one in VI mode. VI. This is the configuration. So on boot means yes means when we mount this operating system, our network will be available. IP addr. This is our configured IP or changed IP. If we change this one, we need to give I actually to insert or change. If we give here 100 and skip X, our configuration changed. So here we need to restart the service network restart. Restarting the network. Here we can see the OK status. So if we check if config, here we can see the changes of changed modified IP. So if we ping this one, ping 192.168.1.100. Here we can see the ping is in progress. 7 transmitted and 7 received, 0 packet loss. Thank you so much for watching this video.